Okay, today we're going to be going through how I made my song Hate These Fish. Yeah, so let's just get into it.
S to the I to the S to the ishes.
So I guess I will start with the drums. So in the intro, I chopped them up a little bit, but this entire song just goes through these two drum loops, essentially. And so these two loops are this song Wrinkly by Lord Running Clam. Great name. This one starts at like 9 seconds. And then we have this one that's from a drum break by Jiro Inagaki and his Soul Media. Alright. Yeah, so those are the drum samples. And then we have... This is another snare. I don't exactly remember where this one's from. It might just be like one that came on my computer. Just like a real loud, aggressive snare. And then we have this banjo. And that comes from this YouTube video that's like haunted blues banjo. One thing about this video I love is this face at the beginning. This is the face of a man who has done several takes and did not edit out the facial dissatisfaction in the beginning, which I love. I love this. Yeah. So there's that, you know, and altogether so far it's some drums and a banjo. And we have these, and those are all just like, I looked up this video that was just like record scratching sounds, DJ samples. It's all from one video. I think they're all throughout that one. And so yeah, this is the chorus section with the vocal and everything. It sounds like, sorry, there we go. Sounds like now with the vocals, we have this layer.
I roundhouse kick a fish till he's dead. I roundhouse kick a fish till he fish till he
And that's like pitched up and altered to make it just, I don't know, kind of sit with the other one a little bit better. And then this one is just very pitched. So altogether, and then the Jiro Nagaki one leads into most sections, like a switch up. Gives like a nice drum break. Yeah, so for the verse, it gets a lot more complicated. First, I want to show you this part, which is all these layers, basically just making ambience. Now that percussion layer is from this song, The Jungle. Is it Jungle or The Jungle? Jungle by Electric Light Orchestra. And this song, yeah, it just kind of had the vibe I was going for. Part of the production for this song was me trying to emulate the vibes of like a swamp video game level. So, whoops. So that's where that kind of came from. And then I had like cicadas and flies and frogs, just the vibes, you know. So we got. And yeah, all together, it's this nice little layer. Kind of buried in the song though. I don't even know if it's that noticeable. Also in the verse, of course we have the main drum layer. And then, oh, excuse me. The new layer, which is this like pots and pans sound. That, sorry, I'll try to isolate that. Just like a really goofy, beat. I wanted it to be kind of fun and grimy. So we have that layer, same snare, same loop. And I chopped the banjo here so it's not playing the full loop. It's just playing in chops. And then there's the DJ scratching. And this sample comes in here. Now that one just comes with FL Studio. It's one of their like DJ voice samples. And yeah, I just wanted to use it, fill out space. And then I kind of forgot before I opened the session back up, but I actually sampled my little known song, Thanks for the Name. It's only on Instagram, but if you feel like checking it out, you can. And so if I open this up, you can see. And what that is it's just me scratching it with this plugin called Fruity Scratcher. I must have just wanted more DJ scratching, so I opened up a song I knew I owned before I went crazy on samples I didn't own. So with those two layers together, it's and then with everything else so far, it's sorry. There's probably a easier way to do this. Oh. And then I have this layer, which is an instrument called a jaw harp, isolated. So I just thought that matched the vibe, And let's see. Oh, here's another thing. We have these
fishes.
And those just play to sync up with some of the things I say in the song. It's a very classic, like, old Eminem kind of vibe where he would just put, like, goofy sound effects after he'd say words. Very onomatopoeia-based stuff. These are all just from, like, random YouTube videos.
S to the I to the S to the H's. I'ma smack him up till he swim with the fishes. Fish.
Oh, and then, of course, here's the bass line. Very, very dirty. It's just me on my bass guitar. And yeah, all together. Man, I just need to hide this all together. Yeah.
Fishes. Fishes. Fish.
So yeah, that's what that sounds like. And these verses actually kind of have multiple sections. So for the B section, the B section, I have this part. Sorry, I'm just making sure the vocals don't play. Okay. Just add some strings. This one is from I've never used that feature before, so it looks like it works. That one is from the Phoebe Bridgers song That Funny Feeling, or it's a cover of Bo Burnham's song That Funny Feeling.
Funny feeling,
I just love that little lick. I've actually used it twice in Hanous songs before. If you find the other one, you win $1 billion. And so here's the other one. This one comes from my song, Ouroboros. Yeah, my friend Kendall played that. Very cool. Yeah, so that's that part. Altogether, it's... Oh, here's a new one. This is... That just plays sometimes. I think that's another me scratching a sample in FL Studio. No link I can find to show you where that one's from. And then for this verse, I remove a couple elements so it's not quite as cluttered, and the bass line changes up. It's kind of also playing into a melody I played in the Ouroboros solo, so that's another little fun nod to my other songs. Yeah, so there's the main sample in this section, like the C section. That's... Oh. Just like a resonator blues guitar. Altogether, that sounds like this. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. And that should be most of the main samples and all like I used in this song. The vocals, just to get into some of the other production of this song, sound like this, isolated. I know in these types of things that can be kind of fun.
F to the I to the S to the ishes. I'ma smack him up till he swim with the...
And my audio friends can see that this is clearly clipping.
F to the I to the S to the
But
ishes.
I have a plug-in here that levels that out a little bit, just so I can get them as loud as I possibly could. And with no effects, they sound like this.
F to the I to the S to the ishes. I'ma smack him up till he
So
swim
we got some
with the...
EQ, just taking out the low end.
F to the I to the S to the ishes.
This is a
I'ma smack 'em
de-esser,
up till he
so
swim.
it reduces my sounds. I have to do a lot of that in my songs. I think, I don't know, just the way I pronounce things, it's very apparent. This is a really loud compressor that just jacks up the sound a ton.
F to the I to the S to the ishes. I'ma smack him up till he
Then
swim
I have
with the...
this even harsher
F-U-C-K,
EQ that
O-U-C.
removes even more low end and just brightens it up a little bit.
F to the I to the S to the
This is
ishes.
interesting. This is a plugin called OTT that's usually used in like electronic music. But for this one, I have it just on the vocals. I think it's another kind of compressor. I was just throwing out things to see what would work. Here's a little bit of chorus.
F to the I to the S to the ishes.
Very
I'ma smack 'em
subtle. I mean, you can barely hear it. Ozone Imager
F to the
makes it a
I to
little bit
the S to
louder.
the ishes. I'ma smack 'em up till
And then
he
a
swim
little bit
with
of
the
delay. But it's
F-U-C-K.
very, very slight, so it just makes it kind of have more presence. And then, yeah, with everything else, it's...
F to the I to the S to the ishes. I'ma smack 'em up till he swim with the F.
Oh, and of course, we gotta get into the gang vocals, recorded by me and my cousin Ian. Shout out to him. They sound like this on their own. Oh. Yeah.
Ishes! Fishes!
Let me see if I can't find the effects I have on those. Oh, sorry.
Issues.
Ah, there they are. Okay.
Fishes. Issues. Fishes.
So, let me see. Probably very similar to the other vocal track, just even more compressed and loud. So we have the same EQ,
Issues.
de-esser. I think all of this is the same. Maybe slightly different shapes or whatever, but kind of the same effect. A little bit of chorus, ozone imager, delay. I think the only difference is that they're like a little bit distorted with this plugin.
Issues.
Yeah, so altogether, you know, it would be
S to the issues. I'ma smack him up till he swim with them.
kind of got
If
the
you see
Beastie Boys vibe. And yeah, I guess the only other thing I really want to go over in this is how I did this part. So that's just me. If you know the song Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine, the guitarist plays his guitar like a DJ board, like he scratches his hand across the strings and it makes that sound. So without effects, I know you can barely hear it because I had to make it like really loud in the song. But it's just like a bunch of different sections of. I just recorded myself for a long time scratching on there, and then I stitched them all together. So has some EQ, kind of makes it like a smaller sound. Just because the entire beat plays under it, so I didn't want it to be too cluttered. Guitar rig, which is like a guitar amp plugin. And then into mJuicer. Shout out to mJuice Jr. This plugin made this song work way better because you can make things really loud but level them out. So I didn't have to record things too loudly, or it just worked a lot for this song. We have ozone imager. It just makes things wider or narrower. I might have made it narrower for this song, this sound. Let me see. There's more EQ. Just making. It really only made this band louder, that mid-range. This is a plugin I really love called Panomatic, that if you don't want to automate panning, it'll do it for you. So panning in like the left and right channels can be done with this right here. And then more OTT. Fruity Filter, this is another plugin I really like. That's just an easy, lazy way to do like a really harsh low pass. And then delay bank. And yeah, basically just kind of took notes on what I used for the vocals for this. Because it's kind of taking the place of a vocal for this part of the song. So I think the same day Ian came over to do vocals, we did. Oh, I don't want that. We're just goofing around, and I recorded this. I'm a fucking girl. It's like me doing a really bad Hosier impression, and that's where we got this outtake from. Very fun track. Oh, and while we're talking about Ian, he has one isolated vocal in this song that I want to highlight while we can. It's, no, not there.
It's a massacre when the chorus
There it
hits.
is, yeah. It's a massacre when the chorus hits. I just thought that'd be kind of cool to have that be the place where you can clearly hear that it's another person in the studio. But yeah, there it is. I don't know how much of this is going to be edited, and this is my first time filming something like this, but let me know if you want more of these. Yeah, peace.